We were at the giant panda, let's say, what does it say? Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding. I took a hostel trip here since it's a hassle until they finish line 3. You got to connect 2 different buses. So I talked to a kid yesterday who did it, and everyone in my room seemed to have to get up early this morning, so I figured I wasn't going to be able to sleep in anyway. Might as well go on the trip. 130 yuan to get here, including the admission, so maybe twice the price if you tried to come on your own. But the advantage is they drive you straight here early enough that you avoid the crowd. The kid I talked to yesterday said they had it all to themselves, and then as they were leaving for the day around maybe, I don't know, 11 in the afternoon, it turned into a madhouse of tour buses. So I'm not sure how much I'll get to see that will be substantially different than panda enclosures I've seen in zoos around the world. Pandas are rare. There's only, 1,600 in the world, in the wild. Is it 500, 600 in the wild? I don't know. And this is one of the breeding centers that has had great success in captive breeding and release into the wild. I don't think their track record is all that great for wild release. I watched a video in Hong Kong at the space museum that talked about the earthquake they had in 2008 at another panda breeding research facility that's now closed to the public. And it talked about how some of the pandas they raised there and released in the wild after all this attention and rearing ended up getting killed by tiger or something like that. So I've had pretty good luck with the weather. Yesterday was a Monday, so I did a bunch of the temples and an absolutely worthless walking tour from the Mix Hostel, which is a sister hostel to Lazy Bones where I'm staying. I'll switch to the Flip Flop Hostel in a private room in a couple days. It's closer to Long Kwai Fong, though I won't party much. I'll have a friend join me. And then she and I will travel to Yunnan together for a couple weeks. Long Kwai Fong in Chengdu is a fun club area with maybe half a dozen clubs, no cover, free drinks for good-looking foreigners, unlike Long Kwai Fong in Hong Kong.
You have a student one?
Student? Student? So let's see how much prices are. 58 or half price 29. Last admission is 5. Earliest 7:30.
There's no dogs. I wonder how many people try to bring their dogs to play with the pandas.
Yeah.
And then they get to
He'll love it.
It's like, ah, shit, what am I gonna do now?
What is it, Shang Mao?
Yeah, but I think Xiong is like the third
Xiong?
time so it kind of goes down and up.
Xiong?
Ma is just like flat.
Xiong Mao.
Xiong Ma.
How long have you
Mao.
been studying Chinese for?
Not really at all, but I just tried to do a bit of stuff before I came over here.
Yeah.
And I did a little bit in high school. That was ages ago.
Really?
Yeah. And then I stopped because I'm an idiot. And
Yeah, that's one
Here I
thing
am.
I totally regret, is not learning more language.
yeah.
So I don't know if our tour guide speaks English because he picked me up from the airport and he didn't speak English. But
Make up their own tour.
yeah, but the guy that did it yesterday, he told me that the guide spoke English, so that kind of sucks. It's like just random.
So who knows about pandas?
I know a little. I mean, not an expert. Yeah.
I know they watch porn.
Do they?
And that's why they
Yeah.
don't have sex?
No, that was an attempt.
Is that what it
That's
yeah,
one of the
trying to make a porny?
strategies to. Yeah.
Because they
Was
only.
it panda porn or was it just like general animal porn?
Panda. Just panda.
So,
Panda.
so what you into? You like goats or?
Maybe that's the problem.
The female's only fertile for 2 days out of the year. I know that.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
They're not giving them a chance.
And they're super picky about their mate, so it's like very difficult. That's the hardest part, I think. They actually they use artificial insemination to make sure. Bum, 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 bum.
I really love this kind of weather. It's so nice.
Like this in ages.
Yeah.
Swan Lake Bamboo Restaurant Cafe. Let's see where we are.
Oh yeah. The in-betweeny one.
Sorry?
The in-betweeny city.
Yeah, pretty
Where
much.
are we going to make it?
It's-
Do it in between.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was
Shut everyone up.
that was one big reason.
So that's the museum.
Yeah.
It's the research
I
center.
really like Cameron. It's getting It's
I
getting.
don't know why we're walking this way.
Every month.
Yeah.
So,
Temperature or coolness? Fun
All the enclosures
also
seem to
this
be
one
over
is
here.
Pretty cold.
Australia is like 97.
Kind of feels like we're going the wrong way.
But yeah, that's really close to Sydney. Are you been to?
Oh, no, that's the adult enclosure, it says. Okay.
Yeah, you can
And the
find
red
it.
pandas are this way.
Well, it's an expensive trip to get there, so we want to make the best of it.
So if you want to see where we are from Chengdu, it took us about 35 minutes, 11.6 miles.
Yeah, you probably get enough of us over there as well, doing the same thing. Yeah.
How many pandas are in the wild? Do you guys know? I think it's 1,600 or so. There's 1,600 in the entire world. Something like that. Not that many. And like at one point, it might have been as low as 500 or something like that.
It's crazy that their instincts are totally working against them.
Yeah. The other problem is the bamboo they eat. It will flower at the same time and die off like every 100 years or so.
Yes.
An entire bamboo grove will flower and die, which in, old times was not a problem because they could just move to a new area for bamboo, but now all their populations are fragmented on little reserves.
Yeah.
So when the bamboo dies, it's like a huge problem, and they have to like bring in bamboo for them to eat. Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard from Liz. I don't know any Chinese really actually. Like that fifth of the population. Yeah, a lot of like the Muslims there. I don't know what you call them. Yeah. The Malay Malay. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I don't see pandas yet.
No, I haven't. Yeah. No, I really want to see them. I mean, I'll probably go with Jill, but my mum was actually born here.
These are the current pandas. Chow Chow, Milan. Born in the United States. Came here at 3. The genetic diversity is the reason I think that they like to get as many bloodlines here for mating purposes. Once a population of animals shrinks, so the bamboo they grow here is supplementary. They can't grow enough for the pandas themselves. Oh, we got pandas. I see you through the dirty glass. They're back there. There's a bunch back there. That's not gonna help. So dark, huh?
I know.
Can barely see anything.
I know. At least they're awake. The other ones are not awake. Ah, hello.
That's the most pandas I've ever seen.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pandas. The theory about why they're black and white is that it helps them recognize each other in the wild. One of the theories, anyway, about their coloration. Oh.
Talking about like when all their teeth and fur growing.
So I think the panda reserve is overrated. If you've never seen pandas before and you're from China, I guess it would be good, but you can hear the peacocks out there. So we're at the adult enclosure. What do you guys think? Overrated?
I think it, does what it says on the on the tin. Looks like the very elaborate video screen. Yeah, it's on just single-sided glass.
Dun, dun, dun.